Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Detroit. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about the potential removal of net neutrality. I know it sounds like boring stuff, but to be fair, I've made claw machine videos in the past, so it can't be any more boring than that. Plus, it's kind of important because it correlates to everything you do on the internet.
Yeah, but does it go to my mini clip games?
If you don't know what net neutrality is, here's the actual definition. It's the principle that all internet service providers must treat all data on the internet the same and not discriminate or charge differently by user, website, etc. So, to give you an example, if I were Verizon and I was like, who uses Bing? Bing's over. We're going to charge people $10 a month to use Bing. But at the same time, Google is free to use. That's going against net neutrality. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how net neutrality works, the potential removal of net neutrality and the problems within that, and what we can do to try and prevent this from happening. Maybe you're not totally convinced that keeping net neutrality is a good thing, so let me try and persuade you. Let's compare Hulu and Netflix. Pretty much everybody has a Netflix account, and maybe someone out there has a Hulu account, right? Either way, if your cable company favors Hulu over Netflix for whatever reason, they may charge you a little bit more just to access Netflix.
But Detroit, my parents pay for all my subscriptions, so why should I care?
Your parents may not want to pay for that stuff afterwards, and unless they literally have money that they can throw away, they will want to see how much more they're paying each month because they're believing that they're paying a fixed amount. Let me give you another example. You're working at a high-class restaurant like Dairy Queen, right? And you're being paid $7 an hour. And then you turn CSI and you find out that your coworker Bill is making $9 an hour for the same job you're doing. And this is incredibly frustrating because Bill can barely stand on his feet, yet alone make a perfect ice cream swirl. And you've been working on that swirl for 24 years just to find out you're being paid less? Then you find out that Bill is your boss's stepson and that Chelsea will leave her husband if Bill doesn't get paid more. I think we could all agree that this could be an amazing reality TV show. Lifetime, where you at? Sponsor me, sponsor my videos, I got you. But in all seriousness though, this is incredibly unfair. You and Bill are doing the same exact job, he's not even as good as you, and he's being paid more due to the fact that he has a relationship with the higher-ups. This goes hand in hand with net neutrality. Having an advantage like this seems unfair and it affects the customers severely. This is why net neutrality helps both companies and customers. And if you remove net neutrality, it also removes the rule that companies can't see what you're doing online. So if net neutrality is removed, your privacy is revoked. Listen, maybe you're into all that hentai stuff and now Verizon knows, and then Jim from Verizon, when he's trying to change your cable box, it just seems like he wants to get in and out of there quicker than he usually does. Hey, how you doing? Oh. But Detroit, I'm still not convinced. Yes, you are convinced. I convinced you like 12 times. You're convinced. Yes? Alright, here we get to talk about the FCC and Mr. Pi, Mr. Pay. I'm going to say Mr. Pi. I hope I'm not pronouncing his name wrong. Not that it matters. He's not a very good guy. So, the FCC, aka the Federal Communications Commission, takes pride in how they regulate communications within television, radio, etc. And I pray that this is true because in a couple weeks, they're going to have to determine whether they're going to keep net neutrality or not. And maybe you're thinking that the whole panel is filled with a bunch of people who have, like, never touched technology before and hates kids with all the phones and whatnot. No, that's not the case. Matter of fact, the chairperson of the FCC is Mr. Pi, who believes that it's a brilliant idea to remove net neutrality. And as you'd expect, he was put in his role by Trump. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. No. But for this part of the video, we're going to be taking a look at an interview that Mr. Pi did with a PBS member, William Brangham. Pi starts off almost immediately saying that he wants a free and open internet. No, he does not. No, he fucking doesn't. Because if he did, he wouldn't be removing net neutrality.
You, I understand, are not a fan of these net neutrality rules from a few years ago. What is your principal concern? Well, I favor a free and open internet.
Later in the interview, Mr. Brangham presents a hypothetical situation where Comcast creates a new television show that competes with Netflix, a show, similarly, and how it might be logical that Comcast may slow down Netflix for some users so their show could compete better, right? Pi then responds with saying that you're right, this is just a hypothetical and there's no evidence of this happening. So then my man, Mr. Brangham, just immediately goes on to state examples of this happening, including incidents involving Google Wallet and Skype. Pi then completely reverses his statement by saying, well, there are a few isolated cases. Dude, you literally just said there's no examples of this happening. You're a liar.
One of the things that's important to remember is that it is a hypothetical, that we don't see evidence of that happening in the marketplace on a widespread level.
There have been some examples of ISPs blocking certain things. The Google Wallet was blocked, Skype was blocked, one Canadian telecom blocked pro-labor sites. I mean, it's not like this doesn't happen.
Well, there are isolated cases.
It's like me being interrogated for an incident where multiple banks were robbed, and the cop asks if I did it, and I said, that's just a hypothetical. There are no examples of that happening. Then the cop would show me video footage of me literally wiping my ass with $100 bills, and then my next line would be, well, there are a few isolated cases. No, he would grab his handcuffs. This, to be fair, what I'm about to say, is just a hypothetical, and it's just my opinion, and it's just my theory. I'm not saying it's a fact, but this is a fact. The net neutrality rule was placed under the Obama administration. I feel as if just because Obama did it, Trump's like, we gotta get rid of it. This is bad for the American. Why are you kneeling? This is bad for the American people. You know. Alright, so how can we help? Well, while researching for this video, I stumbled across this website, awesome website, supported a lot, www.battleforthenet.com. Please go there, I'm going to link it down in the description down below. It's got a bunch of information, answers any questions you need, videos, talking about net neutrality, what it is, goes into more depth than I do, gives a bunch of links to other websites. And you can also write a letter to Congress. You can use their template one, or you can write one yourself. And as you see here, I wrote a letter to Congress. I used the template one, but I wanted to contribute as well. All right, conclusion time. For people who still don't get net neutrality, a cable provider favors a company over another company and gives them a free ride. But net neutrality is like, no, 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 you can't do that. You know what I mean? You get it, okay. For people who think that removing net neutrality is a good thing still, let me just give you this little scenario. Net neutrality is removed at this point, right? And you're trying to Google something, so you go to Google, and you have great Wi-Fi. You know, you have the best in the country, right? And for some reason, it's taking like 5 minutes to load, and you go, oh, wait a minute, they removed net neutrality. Please think of me. Alright, that's it. I hope I converted you to the net neutrality religion, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, leave a like on it. If not, dislike it. I don't know. And subscribe if you're new. I made this video for two reasons. One, anybody who uses the internet knows or should know that net neutrality is a good thing. All jokes aside, we need to keep it here. It's important. Two, I did this for my computer science principles teacher as well, Mr. G. If you're seeing this, hello. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I made you laugh. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in another video. Peace out.